Hello everyone, welcome to DC Minds. In this video we are going to learn to write a program to find the roots of a quadratic equation, and we'll also learn to find the logic, or we'll learn about the logic behind a program that helps to find the roots of the quadratic equation, so that we don't have to remember the program. Just by knowing the logic of this program we'll be able to write program by ourselves. So let's see how we can try it by ourselves. So before proceeding further, these are the various concepts that we'll be using to write the program. Like we'll use if-else statement, square root, and a absolute value built-in function that is defined in this particular header file math.h, and printf and scanf. Those are used for displaying and reading the values. So if you don't know these concept, you can watch my videos on this concept. I have given the links below description. So let's see. So quadratic equation looks like this. So it is ax square plus bx plus c, and a, b, c are the coefficient of this quadratic equation, and roots of this quadratic equation is represented by this formula: x equal to minus b plus minus root underscore b square minus 4ac, and this b square minus 4ac is called discriminant. So this is called discriminant of the root of the quadratic equation. So based on the value of this b square minus 4ac, we'll have different roots. Let's see how. So we have a situation when this b value of b square minus 4ac is greater than 0, then in that case we'll have two roots, and root 1 equal to, it will be minus b plus, and root square root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2, and another will have root 2 equal to minus b minus root and square root of b square minus 4ac. So this will be the roots when this discriminant value is greater than 0, that is value of b square minus 4ac entire value after calculation if greater than 0. Okay, this is one case. Now we have another case where the value of this b square minus 4ac becomes 0. Okay, so in this case what will happen, both this root 1 and root 2 will become minus b by 2a, because this b square minus 4ac becomes 0, then square root of that will also become 0. So it will nothing but minus b divided by 2a. So when discriminant is equal to 0, then in this case it will be minus b divided by 2a, the roots. Okay, we have third case where value of discriminant is less than 0, that is after calculating these values b square minus 4ac, we will have value less than 0, that is in negative value. So in this case what will be there, we will have two root, and in this it will be minus b divided by 2a, and minus b divided by 2, it will be plus I is nothing but the imaginary part. So basically here we'll have two parts. One will be real part, so minus b divided by 2 is real part, and this part is imaginary part, because minus will be represented by I. Okay, so this is the what we'll get as a roots when discriminant value is negative. Okay, so let's see how we can represent all these three cases in programming. Okay, so we have case 1 where discriminant value is greater than 0 and the roots are this. So in programming, if we write, we can write like this. So here in this case discriminant value is greater than 0. So what will happen in this case? First we'll try to calculate the discriminant value. So that b square minus 4ac can be written as b into b minus 4ac, like this in programming. And then root can be calculated like this. So here what is there? Minus b plus square root of b square minus 4ac. And so b square minus 4ac is represented by this discriminant. So what we can do? Minus b plus square root, because in C program we use a square root function to find this square root of this discriminant. So here you can see this. Now it is square root of this discriminant, and then we are closing this and then divide by 2 into a. So similarly root 2 will be similar to this. Minus b, here it is there, minus b, then again minus, and square root of this b square minus 4ac, which is represented by this discriminant, and then divided by 2 into a. Okay, so let's see second case. Second case, when discriminant was and roots are minus b divided by 2. So in programming it will look like root 1 equal to root 2, and it will be minus b divided by 2 into a. Okay, so third case will be represented like this. Okay, so in third case we have two parts. Okay, so basically we have a real part and this is imaginary part. So if you see this real part is same in both cases, and imaginary part is also same in both cases, right? So this real part, first discriminant will be calculated like this, b square b into b minus 4ac, and real part will be minus b divided by 2 into a. So this is real part in, and then imaginary part we have. So imaginary part is nothing but b square minus 4ac, square root of that, and divided by 2, and then there is a minus symbol. So we'll see that later. So this minus symbol is for when the value of b square, in this case this discriminant value is 0, sorry, discriminant value is less than 0. That means after b square minus 4ac calculation the value is negative. So to make it positive, what it is done here, minus is there, so means it will be the value of b square minus 4ac will be multiplied with minus, so it will become positive. Okay, so let's see how we can calculate this imaginary part in programming. So here we have calculated the value of discriminant, that is b square minus 4ac. So what we are doing, first we are doing absolute value. So absolute value means this, as we know, the value in this case will be negative. So this absolute function, what it will do, it will return the positive. If it is minus 2, then it will become plus 2, and if it is plus 2, then it will be plus 2, but if it is a negative value, then it will return positive, means this absolute will return negative value into positive, and then the square root will find the square root of this. So in this case you can see this first positive value is calculated and then square root. So we are doing the same thing here, and next what we are doing is calculating this 2 into a and then divided by 2. So now we have real part here, as we see in common, and imaginary part both in case. So we have calculated real part, imaginary parts in programming like this. Now let's see the program. Okay, so the whole program looks like this. Okay, the whole program looks like this. You can pause and you can type if you want, or and then let's see how with the example of these various cases. Okay, so the first case is when discriminant value is greater than 0 and roots are this. So let's take an example. So first let's see, when this program execution starts, what will happen? First it will declare these variables, and then it will print this statement like enter any three coefficient a b c. So it will happen like this, it will say enter any three coefficient a b c, and then what we will do in this case, we'll enter 251. Suppose we have entered 251. So what will happen when this 251 is entered? So what will this scanf will read the value. So what will happen, this 2 will go to a and 5 will go to b and 1 will go to c. So it will be like this. Okay, and then what we will do, we'll check this condition if a equal to 0. So in this case the value of a is 2, So this condition is false, means this will not get executed. It will come in this else. So in this else, what will happen? It will calculate this discriminant. Okay, so this discriminant is nothing but bs b into b minus 4ac. So here b value is 5 and a value is 2 and c value, so it will calculate the discriminant and the value will, after calculation, it will become 17. So what will happen now? The value of discriminant is calculated. What will happen now? It will check this discriminant value. So now what will happen? It will check, in this case it is the value of discriminant is greater than uh, 0. So this is positive case. So in this positive, what will happen? It will go and print this message, and then it will do the calculation as we see in previous slide, and again this will calculate root 1, root 2, and then finally we are printing this roots. Okay, so dot point 3f means after decimal 3 digits. That we'll see with example in coming slides. Okay, so here what it will do, it will print this root 1, root 2. So the finally what will be there? This condition is checked, this particular condition is checked, and then it is true, then it is coming inside this if condition, and then finally it will print the output like this. So what you are doing is basically you are enter the value, you are entering the 3 value, and then the condition is getting checked, and then it is finding that it is real numbers, that is positive case. So it is printing this root, both root 1, root 2. You can see root 1, root 2. So here you can see root equation are the root of the quadratic equations are this and this. Okay, so this is for case where discriminant is greater than 0. Okay, so next let's see another case when where discriminant is equal to 0. Okay, so I have not taken the entire program. Okay, so let's see the second case. So in this case discriminant is 0, so both are equal. Okay, so in this case what will happen? If you see the, if you take the example here, what will happen? This is the entire program. So what will happen? It will ask for this value of this abc. Okay, and then we'll read it. So in this case we have given, it will say enter any three coefficient. So what will happen? It will say 2, 4, uh, 2. Okay, so what will happen? The value of a will be uh, 2, b will be 5, and c will be 2. So when you go to entire program here, so in this case you can see this condition will be false because a value is greater than not 0. A value is not 0 basically. So it will come here, and now value of discriminant will be checked. Okay, so discriminant will be checked. So in this case, when you see here, when you calculate the discriminant here, this b, the discriminant was nothing but b into b minus 4ac. Okay, so b value is 4, so it will be 16 and 4ac, so it will become 0 in this case. So discriminant value is 0. So what will happen? If you see the entire program, it is now value of this variable is 0. So what will happen? It will check this condition, this is false, 0 is greater than 0, this is false. Now it will come here. Okay, so it will come here, and what will happen? It will check discriminant is equal to 0. Yes, it is true. So now it will come inside this. So if you see this, basically this case, now discriminant is 0, so it will come here, and then it will calculate the root. Okay, root 1, just we have taken 1 because we have to calculate only once because both are same. So what will happen? It will calculate the value. So this condition was true, actually 0 equal to 0, this is true, and then it will calculate the value, then it will print the equation. So root 1 equal to root 2 means because both are true, so it will print the equation, and then you will get the final screen like this. So it will enter the coefficients, and then it will say both are equal, and then both values are like this. Okay, so this was a case where discriminant value is 0. Let's see another third case where discriminant value is negative. Okay, so this is the case where discriminant value is negative. Okay, so now again what will happen, user, you will be asked to uh, enter the coefficient, and you will in this case you are giving 213. So what will happen in this case, the program here again this it will read the value. So in this case you can see the value of a is 2, b is 1, and c is 3. So what will happen, again this condition will be checked, this line will be checked. Now in this case also a is not 0. Okay, so it will come inside this, and the value of this discriminant will be calculated. So what is happening here, we are calculating the discriminant value, or in this case it is becoming minus 23. Okay, so what will happen, minus 3 minus 23. So what will happen after this line of code, it will check this condition. So minus 23 here value is there now. So minus 23 is greater than 0, no, this is false. And this minus 20 equal to 0, this is also false. So finally it will where it will come, it will come inside this. Okay, so this line of codes are getting executed now. So in this case what will happen, case of negative discriminant, what will happen, this line of code will get executed. Okay, so what it will do, it will print this statement, then it will print this statement, and then it will calculate this real part that we discussed in previous slides, minus b by b divided by 2 into this is was real part, and this is just a name that I have not mentioned real part, and but you can just utilizing the same variable, means reusing the same variable, but this is real part and this is imaginary part. Okay, so next thing is that you need to write, means print into some format like this, means real part, then I, and then imaginary part. So so in this case first what we are doing is we are saying root 1 equal to this percentage 3f, means root 1 is real part, so here real part, and then plus I, here you can see plus sign, and then imaginary part, so root 2 is imaginary part, so you can see plus I percentage 3, so this is imaginary part. So similarly we will writing the percentage 3f and root 1, so this is real part and root 2 is imaginary part, here we are writing minus. So you can see the output and final output like this. Okay, so in this case what will happen, uh, you can say 0.25 minus 0.25 plus I, so it is imaginary real part and imaginary part, here is plus and here it is negative. So this is how um, quadratic equation program that you can write. Just you have to think of the logic, means simple formula that we discussed in first slice. The first formula was actually, so this is the first formula that you should remember, x equal to minus b plus minus b square minus 4ac divided by 2a, and b square minus 4ac is nothing but discriminant, and then based on the value of discriminant you will have different roots. Okay, and then finally how you can write in programming like this, and then you can write the final program. Okay, so thanks for watching, and if you like this video please subscribe to my channel and hit the like button, and check out my other video to understand the other programming language concepts, like to understand the other programs logic.